You know that feeling when someone demands your respect, your loyalty, your obedience, but they've done absolutely nothing to earn it? Yeah. So the table I'm about to shake today has very expensive drinks, but I'm shaking it. Hi, my name is Michelle, and welcome to the chaos that is my mind. Now, a quick but important thing: everything I'm about to say is my opinion. You are 100% allowed to have your own. Share it in the comments. I would love to hear. I'm not a professional, I'm not giving advice. I'm just a person who's really good at noticing patterns, and today we are not playing, okay? We are not. The pattern I want to talk about today is that feeling that we started with. So it turns out it's not random, it's a system, and I call it emotional patriarchy. It's the unspoken rule that authority figures, especially men, are owed something simply for holding the title, not for doing the job. And it's a thread that ties the mess in our homes to the chaos in our governments. So, welcome to part one, where the blueprint is written. Let's start where this all begins. In the home. And I know, you're like Michelle, patriarchy. In the house, yes. So picture this. A father walks out on his family for his own desires. He might even have a child outside of the marriage while he's still married. And what happens? The other woman is shamed, the child is ostracized, but the man, he often walks away untouched. No real consequences because society might even whisper and say, well, that's just how men are. We are literally trained from day one to excuse male desire and punish everyone else caught in the crossfire. The lesson is his title of father or man is more important than his performance as a father. Then we go into the workplace where exploitation gets a promotion. Yeah. Now take that same blueprint and let's take it to the office. A man in power demands sexual favors from his subordinates. If she says yes to survive, to advance, to have a paycheck, the gossip is, oh, she slept her way to the top. But the man who abused his power, he gets the corner office. And the sickest part, these are often the same men who will block qualified men from advancing because they'd rather exploit women than be challenged by real talent. It's not about competence, it's about control. Emotional patriarchy in business means power is misused, accountability is a myth, and the victims carry all the shame. You don't think it's a big deal? Let's go into the media, where the victim is the villain. We see it blasted across the headlines. Look at the situation like P. Diddy and Cassie and all the Jane Does that were in that case. Cassie was blamed for staying, for surviving. Meanwhile, the man who allegedly beat and controlled her, his legacy is debated. We pick apart the victim's choices and ignore the perpetrator's power. This is the same thing as the involve me trend. We dissect the victim's life, we highlight her flaws, and ignore her trauma. And the one with all the power just keeps walking. And if you think it's not too bad yet, let's talk about the invisible victims, the boys and the men, because patriarchy has no VIP section, even for the men. And before anyone comes for me, let's be clear. This system isn't just hurting women, it's suffocating men too. Think about that man who marched for men's mental health awareness. Hey, the comments were a graveyard of ridicule. Man up, what a loser. Hey, were those not things the men said? We train our boys from birth. Men don't cry, men don't feel, men don't need help. So what happens? Their emotional neglect becomes normal. Their abuse, whether it's sexual, emotional, economic, gets buried in silence. And the ultimate irony? The same powerful men society reveres, the CEO, the politicians, are often the ones exploiting the young men under them. Emotional patriarchy teaches men under them that women carry the shame, and it teaches men to bury their pain so deep and be the carriers of the very disease that is killing them. I'm not saying this to take away from women's suffering. I'm saying it because we share the planet, okay? If we dismiss men's trauma, how can we ever break the system that oppresses all of us? Hey, my God. Now we get to the final place, politics, where it all comes together. Now zoom all the way out and look at who's running most of our governments, especially here in Kenya, all right? It's overwhelmingly men. These are the men making the big decisions, yet so many of them perform like our absent fathers. They demand our loyalty, our taxes, our patriotism, while delivering what? Broken systems, empty promises, and even higher taxes. Hey! We are trained to expect loyalty, obedience, and respect from our leaders without ever expecting competence, accountability, or protection in return. It's emotional patriarchy on a national scale. Yo! Anyways, here is my closing statement and perhaps some solutions to this problem. How do we break the cycle? It starts by ripping the old contract up. We have to trade title performance. We stop respecting someone because they are a father, a boss, or a leader. We start respecting them because they act like one. We have to flip the script on victims. We need to stop asking, why did she stay? Why did he stay? Why didn't he say anything? And start asking, why did he abuse his power? Why did she abuse her power? We have to build support for everyone. Real mental health services for men and women. Systems that protect people, not positions. And we have to demand merit, not manipulation. Promote people because they are good at the job, not because of who they know or who they've exploited. From the family to the parliament, the pattern is the same. It's a cycle of unearned respect and unaccountable power, and it's hurting everyone. But the first step to breaking a cycle is seeing it clearly. And now you see it. So what are you gonna do about it? Hey! Anyways, as always, that's just the chaos in my mind. So what's in yours? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.